Amazing Grace.
How sweet the sound that saved.
A crackhead,
drug addict,
alcoholic, meth freak,
a wretch,
like me.
I once was.
Homeless.
Broken. Sad.
Just lost.
but now I am sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
Pretty much, just got around the wrong crowd and started messing around with the gangs and stuff, and then drugs came. In the beginning stages, you feel like, well, I can, do it, and it won't affect me like it affects everybody else, like everybody else thinks. You get around that wrong crowd, and then that's when jail started coming around. I didn't go to jail until I was 19. The police told me, he said, if you don't get off these streets, I'm gonna have you in the penitentiary by the time you're 20. He wasn't lying, because by the time when I hit 20, I reached the penitentiary. When I got out of there, I felt like maybe I can change then. And then turn around, was helping a friend out, trying to change my life, and ended up getting stabbed in the process. So when I rose my shirt up, my intestines was hanging out. But right then you start thinking about, all the things that you done did. Was you a good father to your kids? Did you do everything that you needed to do to get into heaven? Sooner or later, everybody has that breaking point where they just get tired. They're tired of doing what they're doing. I guess some people, it takes, longer for others. And so once I actually got in here and actually got to talking to some of these people, then I realized, man, I can do this. I can do this. And everybody thinks that the Salvation Army is, a bunch of dope heads and stuff like that. They got people that really was out there, performing in their life. They got architects here, they got welders here, they got people from everywhere. When you actually really go through the program and really do the program, it's good for you. It's everything to me. Friends, somebody I can talk to, any problem that I have, period, they can help me with. More than a family. What's more than a family? Angels? I guess angels. It's a God, because if he can change me, he can change anybody.
First time I ever did meth, I fell in love with it. I thought this is my answer. I can numb out, I don't have to feel anything. I even actually overdosed one night because I couldn't get high on meth anymore. I'd been doing it for so long. I'd do $1,000 of it at least a day and couldn't even get high. So I started dabbling in other drugs. Whatever somebody'd have, let me try this, let me try that. I'd mix 4 or 5, different drugs at one time just to see if I could get a fix. I was trying to kill myself in my own way, because I was too chicken to take my own life. But I figured I'll just try all these different drugs and the lifestyle I'm living. So sooner or later I'm gonna get wiped out, because living was awful. A friend of mine, quote unquote friend, turned me on to some ketamine. It's an animal tranquilizer. Next thing I know, I look up, I'm up in the air, my body's on the ground going into convulsions. Then my so-called friend is over there helping himself to my dope as I'm laying there going into convulsions. And I heard a voice. It says, "Not yet. You have a choice, heaven or hell, life or death." And God brought me back. Trying to rebuild my life from that point, I didn't have any idea where to begin, because my whole life had been nothing but one big mess. I mean, I had 3 felony warrants out for me. Didn't have a job, didn't have any money. I was about to lose my apartment. I was about 3 months behind on it, about to lose my kids. Didn't have any coping skills or life skills. I didn't know what to do. So September 23rd, I went back to Hunt County and showed up on my PO's doorstep. And of course, they said, well, you know, the police are coming for you. I said, I wouldn't expect anything less. I'm trying to fix this mess. I don't know how, but I'm gonna try. I got out of jail. I had my tank top, pair of shorts, and tennis shoes, all I had in my name. 6 o'clock, I was sitting out here at the doors of the Salvation Army. So there was 3 beds open, and I was number 3. I got in that morning. This is a 6-month program. I ended up living here 27 months. For me, when I came here, I was a shipwreck. I was just a bombed out building with nothing inside. There was just a frame. There was nothing else there. I'd put everything I could in this empty spot where my heart was supposed to be. I'd put as many drugs, women, money, anything, power, whatever I could try to fit in this hole, but nothing would fit in there. Everything left me with that hollow, empty feeling. I was just a husk walking around. This is run by people giving their products, their unwanted items, and we take them and we sell them in the stores, and the profits from that is what keeps this place open. From the donations of people's unwanted stuff. If they didn't give, I wouldn't be here today. This place has affected a lot of lives, and there's a whole lot more to come.
How far would you go to help save someone's life? How about to your closet, or your attic, or garage? When you donate your clothes, furniture, or other goods to the Salvation Army, those goods change lives. Donate today. Visit satruck.org to find a donation center near you, or call 1-800-SA-TRUCK for free pickup. You'll be doing the most good.
"16, 17 years in my marriage, I strayed from my marriage and had an affair. I started drinking a lot more and discovered drugs. I started spiraling worse and worse out of control. Talking about things I never thought I would do. I mean, using around my kids, drinking around my kids, and lying to my children and to my family. There was a man I met at one of the treatment centers who said, when you're ready, when this point comes in your life where you have no place else to turn, call me, and I'll take you where I sobered up and my life changed, which was the Salvation Army. And one night at a hotel, I had the wrong people banging on the door, wanting money I didn't have. Family was not returning calls, friends weren't returning calls, and I was scared. Didn't know what else to do, so I called him up. And, he brought me down to Salvation Army. So, it's the longest walk you'll ever make, but I promise you, I did this 10 years ago, and you can too. When you come in here, you're given a job to do each day. You take pride in that job, build respect with your fellow workers out there on dock in, and get some self-worth again, because I had no self-worth when I was out there. It was a very humbling experience. I wouldn't trade the memories for it. I wouldn't trade what I learned for it for anything in the world. I learned more in those 11 months about myself than I had in 42 years. And, 7 years ago at this time, my children were not in my life. They were I used the word ashamed of their father, afraid for their father, scared. And the Salvation Army gave that back to me. They just did. They gave me a chance for redemption.
Four years ago, I was Fort Worth's top 10 wanted, Grand Theft Auto, but I had a drug charge pending. And I went to jail and stayed in there for about a year. No, that didn't stop me either. Even after that, and putting a gun to my head and having a heart attack, that didn't stop me. The lowest point was a year and 6 months ago. Just put a new motor in my truck, sold the truck for dope for $650 worth of dope. Didn't do nothing with it, just sat there and smoked it and drank it. You know, I shared it with whoever was there or whatever. You know, I was tired. I was getting tired of getting beat up. I mean, beating myself up inside, hating myself, not loving myself. And I fell down. I remember falling down and saying, God, please, take this away. I can't do it no more. I can't do it my way. I can't do it at all. And then this place popped up. Passed it all the time. Didn't know what it was. I called him and I talked to the guy, and he made it sound like, I mean, he didn't make me feel like dirt or nothing. He just talked to me as a person. And then he explained the situation, how it was going to be, what I was going to do, and I mean, I was ready. Walked there, looked at the place, and I was like, well, here we go. Before I walked through them doors, I sat there, all right, God. I go, it's all in your hands. All this hate and the sadness in my heart, loneliness, all that is gone. It's gone. I mean, I feel for other people out there who think they need drugs to make it through their day, or think all they need is God, or, I mean, this place, man. When you go back out there in the world, it's gonna be just what you're trained and they show you and teach you in here is the same thing as out there. It's just to handle it better. When things go wrong, you know, well, you're gonna do the best you can to fix it, and that's it. The Salvation Army means a lot to me. I mean, it's big in my heart. I'll do anything for them. I love my life. My future is beautiful.
I was raised by an alcoholic mother, so everything I knew about life, everything I knew about relationships, sex, love, people, I learned from an alcoholic. You know, if I was in relationships with people, it was for manipulative gains. You know, it was just, well, what can I get out of you? I had no interest in love or play or work or home or nothing. Just, let's just get high. And that's where I was at. And I wallowed in it because I had no idea how to stop. I had went to state jail for possession of cocaine. And I got out and it was just, I just knew there had to be a better way. I went back to using, and it was in that misery that I went back to the Salvation Army. That's when I knew, you know, it was either die or life without parole. I just, I had no hope in the world. And I didn't have anywhere else to turn. I just didn't know what to do. I came to the Salvation Army totally maladjusted to life. All my thinking patterns, all my decision making, all my behaviors, my attitudes, all of that has to be smashed. It has to be smashed. And grace is it is a beautiful word. It's an area where I am covered with it because God knows I should have been dead a long time ago. I just know today is a beautiful day. And almost 13 months ago, I didn't believe that. I found out I wasn't that bad of a guy. There is a way out, man. There is a way out.